Look at these marks. Isn't it sweet? You thought Player's Handbook 2024 was complete. You thought I had nothing left to talk about anything. We've got Chris Perkins looking like he doesn't want to be there. We've got Crawford looking like a snake oil salesman. And we've got new changes to the 2024 Player's Handbook. But who cares? No big deal. I should just buy OGGM merch instead. Yeah, that was my rendition of Up There by Ariel. It was pretty bad. But yeah, I think it fits because after telling us, hey, we're not going to change anything else, Player's Handbook is done, and then showing up at PAX and going, hey, look what we changed and stuff like that. And by the way, 80% of the book's going to be art, but we're done. Perkins and Crawford were rolled out from the opposite sides of the office for another talk about all the things they changed again in the Player's Handbook. So as of today, they've added back psionics. And since they've added back psionic classes like the Psi Blade and the Psi Warrior and the Psi Sorcerer, they have to add new psionic spells. I know they said, well, we're going to cut back and only have like 2 categories of spells. Oh, no, we're going to come back. We're only going to have 3 categories of spells. Oh, wait, we're going to cut back. We're only going to have 2 categories of spells. Really, you only need 2 because the primal spells are just part of the divine. Arcane spells comes from wizardry type stuff. Divine spells comes from universe type stuff. That includes primal spells. Well, now they're adding psionic spells. Also, for each individual who has a spell named after them, that individual is going to get brand new art because 71 new pages of art in order to justify the price and the amount of time it's taking them to make it. Here's a full color picture of each and every class, subclass, and if it's somebody who made a spell like Big B, they get a picture. You get a picture. Your mom gets a picture. Yeah. There was some other things. Let's see. None of them really that exciting, but I think the main one is the changes yet again. Let's see. New art. Oh, they've added some new species. I know we said we were done and we weren't going to add any more new species. And this is it because I guess there's like 38 now. Well, nope, we're adding some more. I think 2 new ones. The Goliath's one of them. I don't know, man. I just want to again say, he just does not look like he wants to be there. You know, every time I see Chris, I just want to go give that man a hug and a sandwich and tell him it's okay. It's like, Chris, just go run Acquisitions Incorporated where you're happy. You don't need to be here anymore, buddy. You've done your time. And then we got Crawford is always looking like a schwarmy used car salesman. Look at him. He just, with his almost mohawk. And he's like, look at me. I'm Jeremy Crawford. I'm the head architect of Dungeons and Dragons. I gave myself a brand new title. And just every time you see him, and you just look at this. This is not these daggers. He's just looking at Crawford like he wants to. This is just, look at that. That is the I fucking hate you face. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they really are friends. I don't think so because they have offices on the exact opposite side of each other. But yeah, he just doesn't look excited. That's not the face of somebody who's excited to be there. And this is just the face of a used car salesman. You just look at Crawford and you go, I can't trust this person. I really can't trust this person. I cannot trust anything that comes out of his mouth. Now, you got to hand it to them of taking basically 3 points of information that could have been dictated in like 5 minutes. Hey, we're adding a new species, and they are sandwich people and carrot people. Hey, we added some new subclasses, even though we said we weren't. Those are the psionic subclasses. So, hey, we're adding new psionic spells. Bam, done. Oh, yeah, and art. But you guys knew we were doing art. We're going to do even more art. 5 minutes. But I think we can list on under, Jeremy Crawford's superpowers, which all seem to be about time. He does seem to have a very unusual ability to manipulate time and history, where he can drag out a topic for 20, 30, 40 minutes. And at the end of listening to him, you're like, wow, I listened to you talk about a topic for 20 minutes. You could have given me all that information in 5 minutes, and it feels like an hour and a half of my day is gone, if not longer. And I actually have no idea what you said. I need to go back and look at the points to go, oh, yeah, you brought up psionics. I forgot, because you just lulled me into a stupor. And his other, special superpower is his understanding of time. Crawford has, as you know, has this superpower that if it's not directly in front of him, it doesn't exist. He's got that goldfish memory where he can only recall stuff that happened 4 seconds ago. And he can't even remember things he said a week ago. So in his mind, he never said them, and he can't remember anything being written or produced or created before last week. So he just says they never happened. 2014 D&D never happened. 2008 D&D never happened. I wasn't there. I don't see it. It's not in front of me. It doesn't exist. It's as if he's got that goldfish memory. If it's not directly in front of him, it doesn't exist. And what's ever directly in front of him is that's the reality. That's what's real. That's 100%. This is what happened because it's directly in front of me. So 100% today, I am telling you that now that we've added this new species and these new spells and these new classes and a bunch of new heart, it's done. It's ready. It's out the printers. Except, of course, at the end of this, Todd says, we're going to do more. We'll have you guys back for another one. So no, if you're telling me you're having another one, then as you're also telling me, well, then no, it's not ready yet because you're changing more things. Otherwise, stop telling us. Just say, we're done. We are done. Okay. It's going to be at the printers. It will be on the shelves in September. Anyways, this is information is available on the YouTube if you want to follow these two for 20 minutes. God, yeah, I do not want to be here, Crawford. This is just not the face of somebody who's I could be completely wrong. I mean, maybe he's autistic and maybe he doesn't do well in public things. Maybe he's, better when he's one-on-one. Because like when he was talking about the changes he wish he could have made, he seems excited. When he's running, Acquisitions Incorporated, he seems like he's happy to be there. When he's on stage, he usually generally feels like he's happy to be there. So maybe he's just, maybe he's just not comfortable in front of the camera. And that's why he always looks like he needs a hug and a sandwich. And I don't know, I don't know Chris Perkins. I've never met the man. I can only make my guess based upon what I've heard him say over the years, how he says things over the years, and his facial expressions when he's being interviewed, and he doesn't think anybody's looking at him, and maybe I'm just too harsh on him. Maybe the two of them are good friends, and maybe he does believe everything he says, and this is just how he looks when he's not talking and he's uncomfortable being on camera. Except, of course, we've seen him on camera in other situations where he seems to be fine and happy to be there. So maybe he's just uncomfortable talking to Todd Kendrick. I don't know. I think I'm investing way too much money on this topic. I mean, energy in the toxics. I made some spells. I want my picture. I will draw you a picture. It will look crappy, but I will draw you one. All right. So yes, still tentatively expecting Players Handbook 2024 in September. Brand new art. Yay. Brand new subclasses. Yay. Brand new spells. Yay. Brand new species. Yeah. So we've done now like 23 species and 42 classes and subclasses, including now adding the psionic subclasses. Each one of them getting a page worth of art, plus all the iconic wizards getting art for the here's Tasha, here's Tensor, here's Mordekainen, here's Odaluke, here's Bigby. But remember, it's 100% backwards compatible, right? So I don't need to even worry about this because I don't need it, right? Despite the fact that you're literally changing everything, it's 100% backwards compatible. So I should be perfectly fine with the Player's Handbook I bought in 2014, right? Right? I don't need to buy this, right? Right? I mean, other than the amount of times you told me that the rules in 2024 Player's Handbook supersede any previous rules, which means my 2014 Player's Handbook is totally pointless because I have to make a brand new character anyways to follow the rules in 2024 Player's Handbook because you said the rules in 2024 supersede the rules in 2014. So even though I don't need to buy a Player's Handbook, I do need to buy the Player's Handbook if I want to play 2024 D&D, and I have to change my character, which means, yes, it's a new edition. That's it for today. Every time I bring this topic off, I feel like I've lost another year of my life. Till next time, I'm the OGGM. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a moment to subscribe. Help me hit 2,000 subs by the end of the year. And if you're looking to spend money on gaming product that actually came from somebody who, gave a fuck, maybe use the link down below to go to my Lulu channel and just buy my merch. 1, it's way cheaper. 2, I spent a year working on it. And 3, it's actually cool. Link down below. Till next time, get off my land. I'll talk to you later.